Let me tell you something about night shifts. You think you know WHAT Chinese letter, loneliness, is until you've worked 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. at a gas station in the middle of nowhere, where the only customers are truckers, drunks, and other things. I'm not saying other things to scare you. I'm saying it because I don't have a better word for what I saw. So here's the deal. I was between jobs, needed cash fast, and saw a listing for a night shift attendant at a gas station about 40 miles outside the city. The pay was surprisingly good, $22 an hour for literally just sitting at a counter and scanning items. I applied. Got the job the same day. The owner, this guy named Rick, met me there on my first night to show me the ropes. He was in his 60s, chain-smoking, looked like he hadn't slept in a decade. He showed me how to work the register, how to stock the shelves, how to lock up the cigarette cabinet. Then he handed me a folded piece of paper. He said, "Read this, memorize it, follow it exactly, and for God's sake, don't lose it." I opened it. It was handwritten, messy, like someone wrote it in a hurry. The handwriting wasn't Rick's. It said, "Rules for the night shift. 1. Lock the doors at exactly 11 p.m. Don't let anyone in after that, no matter what they say. 2. If someone knocks on the window, don't look at them. Just turn off the lights and wait. 3. The bathroom in the back is out of order. Keep it locked. If you hear someone inside, ignore it. 4. Don't go outside between 2 a.m. and 4 a.m., not for any reason. 5. If a man in a red jacket comes in after 3 a.m., don't serve him. Tell him we're closed. If he asks for cigarettes, say we don't sell them. If he gets angry, just stay quiet, he'll leave. 6. If you see a child standing by the ice machine, don't talk to it, don't even acknowledge it, it's not real. 7. At exactly 5:55 a.m., turn off all the lights and hide behind the counter. Don't come out until you hear the sun. 8. Never ever count how many customers you've served. If you lose count, start over from 0, I'm sorry. I wish I could warn you more, but I can't stay. Just follow the rules and you'll be fine, most nights. I looked at Rick. I said, "What is this, some kind of joke?" He didn't laugh, he just said, "The guy who worked here before you left that, he only lasted 3 nights. I don't know if it's real or not, but he seemed pretty fucking serious. Just follow it for your own sanity." He left, I was alone. The first few hours were boring. A few truckers came in, bought coffee, left, normal stuff. At 11 p.m., I locked the doors like the note said. At 11:47 p.m., someone knocked on the window. I almost looked, but I remembered rule number 2. I turned off the lights and crouched behind the counter. The knocking got louder, then it stopped. When I turned the lights back on, there was nothing there. No car, no footprints, just empty. I was shaken, but I told myself it was just some kids messing with me. At 1:30 a.m., I heard something from the back bathroom. Someone was in there, I could hear, breathing and something else, like fingernails scratching against the door. I didn't go back there. I locked the door from the outside like the note said and pretended I didn't hear anything. The scratching stopped after about 10 minutes. Then, at 2:15 a.m., I needed to take out the trash. The dumpster was right outside the front door. I figured it's just for a minute, what's the worst that could happen? I broke rule number 4. I stepped outside, the air was cold. Too cold, and it was quiet, not normal quiet, like the whole world had stopped breathing. I threw the trash bag in the dumpster, turned to go back inside, and I saw it. Standing at the edge of the parking lot under the flickering streetlight was a child, maybe 8 years old, wearing a white t-shirt and jeans. Just standing there, staring at me. Rule number 6, don't talk to it, don't acknowledge it. I looked away, I walked back inside, locked the door. My hands were shaking. When I glanced back out the window, the child was gone, but now there were 3 of them, standing in different spots around the parking lot, all staring at the store. I didn't sleep that night. The second night, I was more careful. I followed every rule. At 3:07 a.m., the door opened. A man walked in. He was wearing a red jacket. My blood went cold. He walked up to the counter. He was tall, maybe 6'4", pale skin, dark eyes. He didn't blink. He said, "Pack of Marlboros." Rule number 5, don't serve him. Tell him we're closed. I said, "I'm sorry, we're closed." He stared at me. Then he said, "I just want cigarettes." I said, "We don't sell them." He didn't move. He just kept staring. Then he said very quietly, "You're lying." I didn't say anything. I just stood there trying not to shake. After about a minute, he turned around and walked out. I watched through the window as he got into a car, an old, beat-up sedan. The license plate was covered in mud. He drove away. I exhaled. I thought it was over. Then at 5:55 a.m., I remembered rule number 7. I turned off all the lights. I crouched behind the counter. I waited. At exactly 6:00 a.m., I heard the front door open. Footsteps. Slow. Deliberate, they walked around the store. I could hear breathing, heavy, wet breathing. The footsteps stopped right in front of where I was hiding. I could feel something looking at me. Even though I was behind the counter, I could feel it. It stayed there for maybe 2 minutes. Then the footsteps moved away. The door opened, closed. I didn't move until I heard birds outside, until I saw sunlight through the windows. When I finally stood up, the store was empty. But on the counter, there was something. A pack of Marlboros. The package was open. Inside, instead of cigarettes, there were notes. Dozens of them, all handwritten in the same messy script as the original note. Each one said the same thing. You broke the rules. Now I know where you live. I quit that job. I never went back. Rick called me, asked what happened. I didn't tell him. But here's the thing that really fucked me up. 2 days after I quit, I was at home watching TV and I heard a knock at my door. I looked through the peephole. It was the man in the red jacket. He was smiling. I didn't open the door. I called the cops. They came, but he was gone. I moved out of that apartment the next week. But sometimes, when I'm walking down the street, I see him. Standing across the road, watching me, and I know I should have followed rule number 8. I should have counted how many customers I served, because if I had, I would have realized something. On my second night, when the man in the red jacket came in, he was customer number 0, and I never started over.